It is week 2 and Creekside has a rivalry matchup in store against the Nease Panthers for their home opener. Creekside has beat no team more than they have, the Nease Panthers, and have defeated Nease in 6 straight seasons. Will Nease finally snap the streak, or will Creekside continue to assert their dominance over the Panthers? We've got plenty to cover this week on Creekside Gameday.
Welcome to the castle, home of the Knights, where Friday nights come alive and effort reigns supreme. Here at Creekside, you better be ready to go a full 48 minutes. Because it ain't over until we say it is. Where Titans have been conquered, where physicality is in our blood, where thousands of Knights stand strong every Friday night, where we work to win. This is Creekside. This is our house. It's time for war. Are you ready? It's time to defend the castle.
Creekside Gameday is sponsored in part by Old City Guide Service, St. Augustine's premier shallow water fly fishing guide service, offering year-round saltwater fly and light tackle fishing charters for redfish, speckled trout, and a variety of other seasonal species in the waters surrounding the nation's oldest city. And that one painter, First Coast. That painter you need? We're the one. Call today at 904-495-1373. That one painter, First Coast, was out here touching up the field goal post ahead of Creekside's home opener against Nease out here at the castle. They handle anything from cabinets to field goal posts. Give them a call. They'll take care of your painting needs. Welcome to Creekside Gameday, everybody. I am Noah Schlicksup, your host. Later on, I'll chat with Jaxon, Earle, and Tyce Donnelly. But first things first, let's kick things off with my matchup breakdown. 6 straight seasons. That's how many years in a row Creekside has been able to knock off the Nease Panthers. And in these games, Creekside has averaged 48.5 points per game offensively. Creekside in this span has 4 games scoring over 50 and one 62-point performance in 2022. Last season, it was a 51-23 road win for Creekside, so it's safe to say the offense has played a big role in the Knights' success against Nease over the years. However, it was a rough week 1 for this Knights offense as they were held to just 13 points and turned the ball over 3 times. So what has to change this week to come out on top and get a better overall performance out of this offense? Well, it all starts up front. The Knights' offensive line struggled last week against a really good Mandarin defense. Quarterback Sean Ashenfelder was under almost constant pressure in the pocket and needs more time to work with this week against Nease. However, the ball still needs to be getting out faster this week. Skill position players have got to limit turnovers, and they need to take what they're given more offensively. Third down was also a massive issue for Creekside last week as they were 0 for 8 on third down, and the big reason for that was the amount of third and plus situations they found themselves in. Just 2 times out of their 8 attempts, Creekside was inside 5 yards to go on third down. So it's hard to convert on third down when you're 6, 7, 8 yards away. The Knights' run game also was not really there last week as Creekside averaged just 3.5 yards per carry on the ground. There are a lot of really short plays mixed in that run game for Creekside, and that area is going to have to take a step forward this week. At the very least, fighting for and getting that extra yard in the ground game will be big alongside finding ways to get a couple more big plays on the ground. On the defensive side, part of the reason Creekside gave up 57 points was just simply execution and game plan. Mandarin came out there with a very good game plan, executed their plays at a high level, and Creekside, just the glaring issue for them defensively was the amount of missed tackles they had out there. Creekside against Nease is going to have to do the fundamental things right against the Panthers in a good offense, and they're also going to have to slow down the run more and allow less yards after contact. As for the Nease offense, well, they sport a very good duo of threats out wide. Maddox Spencer, a senior last year against Creekside, had nearly 300 yards receiving. And Braden Felder, a junior, totaled 11 receptions for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against Ponte Vedra. He's emerging as a big-time threat in that Nease offense. Quarterback Nate Harry also had a nice performance against the Sharks, completing 66% of his passes for 166 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Harry is not afraid to use his legs either. Even if it's an empty backfield, that doesn't mean Nease is throwing the ball. Harry is a dangerous runner, and Creekside has got to be ready to contain that. Defensively, this is a Nease unit that shut down Ponte Vedra last week in a really good defensive showing, limiting the Sharks to just 7 points on offense. It'll be interesting to see if this unit can follow up that performance with another solid showing this week. However, I'm not sure they will. This is a game that has historically been a shootout, with the winning team scoring at least 30 points in every game between Creekside and Nease, dating back to 2013, and every single game but twice in the all-time series. And this is also a Nease defense that has had their struggles over the last couple seasons. This would be a big game for them to come out with a good showing, but historically, that has not been the case. Now on to our story of the week. Jaxon Earle and Tyce Donnelly are 2 big-time returners for this Creekside defense who had great seasons last year. Earle had 82 tackles and led the Creekside Knights in interceptions, while Tyce Donnelly in his junior season had 8.5 sacks as part of a monstrous defensive front for the Creekside Knights. And I caught up with these guys stepping into those leadership roles in the defense this season. Play, looking to pass it downfield. It is intercepted! Jaxon Earle with the interception. Phillips, under pressure in the backfield, is going to be sacked. I wanted to start off with what this season means to you, your junior year after a really good sophomore season. What does this mean to you?
It means a lot, especially with the schedule we have. I think the team's worked really hard to get to the point we are right now. I think we came together today. I think we're having a really good season this year and show what Creekside defense really is about.
Yeah, obviously senior season, I'm gonna lay it all out on the field, really make a statement. So trying to set some records for the school, trying to be the best player on the field, no matter if I have to put work in after practice, extra work on the weekend. I'm trying to be the best one out there, no matter who we go against.
And I see you've been hard at work over the offseason, attending a lot of camps, got some offers as well. Where do you feel like you've grown your game the most since last season?
Especially I'd just say all around. I guess my formulation for making plays, different moves, different IQ, different abilities I use during the field. Obviously, physicality has improved, and just all around my wellness and knowledge on the field has just helped me make more plays this season.
I've noticed out of practice lately, you've been very vocal, trying to help things out on the field. And as a safety, I feel like that's a big part of your job. Are you trying to kind of step into a leadership role with the team this season?
Yeah, I'm trying to be a leader out there. That's the safety's kind of the signal caller for our defense. Mm-hmm. So we always have to be the loudest, and we have to be most vocal, and just bringing everybody together. Since we're the back part of the defense, it means a lot for us to come together.
Your brother Oscar was a little bit like that too. He's very vocal on the field. Have you gotten any tips from him?
Yeah, me and him, we talk before and after every game, and he helps me, and he kind of shows me the ropes a little bit on what leadership is. You're
entering your senior season after a big-time season last year, 8.5 sacks, and you were part of a defensive line that was one of the more successful in Creekside history. Where do you feel like the group stands at this point this season?
No doubt best position group on the field. My guys, me and my D-line, we work harder than everyone else. I know we're the playmakers of the entire defense, and we're trying to carry that to the rest of the position groups. Really just lead everyone to be the best defense we can be.
Week 1, obviously a tough loss to Mandarin. How do you feel like you guys have responded to that?
I think we responded really well today at practice. High intensity, no walking on the field. Just a lot of guys really stepping up and playing their hardest at practice and being more vocal, I think.
And what would a win in front of the home crowd against Nease do for you guys this week?
That it would be awesome. They're a top 10 team in the News for Jax rankings, and it'd be really special. First home game of the season, it's always special. It's a good rivalry versus them, so I think it'd be really special.
How's that Friday night environment differ from when you're on the road? What kind of boost does it give you to be in front of the home fans?
I mean, really just being, having your friends cheer you on, having the atmosphere, it really boosts you, but boosts your ego. You feel like you're on top of the world. You're ready to make every play. You're ready to run through some people. You're ready to make some plays.
Creekside's defense, led by Earle and Donnelly, will look to rebound and put on a show in front of their home fans against Nease tonight. Now on to my prediction for this game, and this one, as I've said throughout the show, has historically been a shootout. And I think Creekside's offense takes care of business again tonight, coming away with a 37-27 victory over the Nease Panthers. That'll do it for Creekside Game Day this week. If you can't make it out to the castle, you can tune into tonight's game on NFHS Network or audio only right here on Schlick Sports. I'll be on the call, joined by former Creekside linebacker Brody McGuff. I will see you for kickoff at 7 o'clock tonight, and I will see you next week here on Creekside Game Day.